Welcome to Today, we're digging into something pretty wild. A blueprint that's letting brand new YouTube channels go viral and pull in thousands of dollars a month, all with free AI tools. Yep, you heard that right. Let's break it down.
Okay, let's just jump right to the punchline. Check this out. A channel that popped up just 4 months ago. And get this, it's already pulling in a conservative $8,000 a month. We're not talking about some what-if scenario here. This is a real-world example of a system that actually works.
So what does that kind of money look like in terms of growth? Well, in that same short 4-month window, the channel absolutely exploded, pulling in over 71,000 subscribers.
And it racked up over 3 million total views. I mean, its single top video soared past 1.7 million views all by itself. These are just insane numbers for a channel that's not only brand new, but also completely driven by AI.
But here's the part that's truly a game changer. All of this, it's done with 100% free AI tools. That means no face on camera, no recording your own voice. You don't even need any fancy editing skills. You can crank out one of these videos in less than 20 minutes. So, how on earth do they do it?
All right, section 1, building the digital foundation. So the whole process, believe it or not, doesn't even start with the video. It starts with building the channel itself, making sure it's set up to go viral and is optimized for search right from day one.
And this foundation is built with a pretty straightforward 4-step process. And the best part, it's almost completely automated. You just use some simple prompts in a tool like ChatGPT, and it spits out everything you need. A catchy channel name, your branding like logos and banners, your whole channel description, and even those super important channel tags that help people find you. Now pay attention here because this part is absolutely critical for actually making money. The whole goal is to optimize for a high RPM. That's revenue per mil, or how much you make for every 1,000 views. And US-based audiences generally have a much higher RPM, so you got to set these specific parameters in your YouTube settings. And here's a little insider tip. Notice that education category? That's key. It tends to attract better, higher-paying advertisers, which means more cash in your pocket right from the start.
Okay, so once that foundation is solid, it's time to move on to the fun part. Section 2, crafting the AI content. This is really the heart of the whole formula.
And this table really lays out the entire AI assembly line. It's a perfect system where each task has its own dedicated and free AI tool. So you're using ChatGPT to come up with viral ideas and write the scripts. Then you use 11 Labs for the voiceover, which by the way sounds incredibly realistic. And for all the visuals, it's a combo of Gemini for the images and another tool called Grok for some simple animation.
The way they create the visuals is actually really smart. First, you use Gemini to create a consistent main character that you can use over and over. Then, you hop back to ChatGPT and have it generate super detailed image prompts for every single scene in your script. You take those prompts, feed them back into Gemini to make the still images. And then, for the final touch, you use that Grok tool to turn those static pictures into short animated clips. And yeah, all of this is still completely free.
All right, so now you've got all your pieces, the AI voiceover, the AI video clips. Section 3 is all about the final assembly, putting it all together.
And look, the editing itself isn't super complicated. It really just boils down to a few key tricks that make a big impact. You're going to want to remove any silent gaps in the audio to keep the pacing tight. Then you add in some specific push and flash transitions between your clips. And here's a pro move. You sync those transitions with little click and whoosh sound effects. It just makes the whole thing feel way more dynamic. Oh, and getting those audio levels right for the clips and effects, that's super important for a clean, professional sound.
So, you've made the video, but that's really only half the battle, right? Now we get to section 4, the secrets of a viral upload. This is all about how to get the most eyeballs on your video from the second you hit that publish button.
First up, secret number 1, the thumbnail. This system doesn't just use any old thumbnail. It uses a very specific 3-panel design that's also generated by an AI prompt. The structure basically tells a mini story right there in the image. You've got a problem, then some confusion, and finally the solution. It's designed to be a total attention grabber and really boost your click-through rate, especially for people scrolling on their phones.
Secret number 2 is all about the SEO for your title and description. Again, there's no guesswork here. You use very specific AI prompts to generate text that's built for YouTube's algorithm. The whole point is to make it crystal clear to YouTube what your video is about so it knows exactly who to show it to.
All right, secret number 3 is a simple one, but it's apparently super powerful. It's the file name trick.
So get this, YouTube's algorithm actually reads the file name of your video and your thumbnail. So by naming those files the exact same thing as your final video title before you upload, you're giving the algorithm one more little SEO clue to help people discover your stuff.
And last but not least, timing. As they say, it's everything. For a channel that's targeting a US audience, there's a very specific sweet spot for when to upload. You're looking at Sunday or Monday night, somewhere between 8:30 and 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Why then? Well, that's right when viewership is hitting its weekly peak.
So, when you put it all together, what we're looking at is a repeatable system, an almost fully automated formula that can generate potentially viral content completely from scratch. And that, well, that leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on, doesn't it? If AI can automate the formula for what goes viral, what then becomes the new measure of human creativity?